Canucks have surrendered the opening goal in 26 of their last 35 games. And Lack had to be sharp and tight to stop that one. Here's Tyler Toffoli. Got a 5-minute major and a game misconduct last time these teams hooked up for the hit on Alex Burrows. Carter with a centering pass. They score! Dwight King, a minute 13 in. And it's 1-0 Los Angeles.
And you can see Willie Desjardins shaking his head as the Dustin Brown chance, very similar to this one. Going to the net hard, Carter goes wide on Dan Hamhuis, and Chris Tanev just can't handle his man going to the net. Can't tie up his stick, Carter goes wide, just slides it out in front, and Chris Tanev's in good position, but doesn't have the stick tied up, and King just tips it by Eddie Lack.
Toffoli is there. And he'll delay before sending one ahead to Jeff Carter. He moves it over the Vancouver line. Drop pass, Doughty. Wrist shot, blocked, loose puck. Lack trying to cover, and he does, with King right there looking for his second in short order. And he slides the puck to the far corner. Kings get it ahead. Wow, the skates of Brown came up as he fell down. Tanev was there. Now here's Stolen with a slap shot. The glove saved by Eddie Lack, who hangs on. Sold yesterday. Fine rookie for the Canucks. Here's Kennins. Down the left wing. Ronnie Kennins with a shot. Big rebound after it is Hansen and just cleared away before he could get to it. Drew Doughty to Anze Kopitar. Edler watching him. Pass comes down to Gaborik. Doughty open in front. Kopitar looking there. Now sends it across. Doughty slap shot. Swallowed up by Eddie Lack. And he hangs on for the whistle. 5 seconds to go in the LA power play. Brown trying to come up with the puck behind the goal. Feeds it back. Martinez fakes the shot. Finds some room. Lets it go. And a glove saved by Lack, who had to... Edler falls down, but able to hook the puck to Bonino, who headmans to Higgins. Rink wide for Bata. Dumps the puck in. Green being watched by Higgins. Turns in the corner. Slides one up. Intercepted. Speeds over the drive. And a glove saved by Quick, who saw it all the way. Dan Hamhuis in deep. Jannik Hansen with some room. Centers Horvat right into the crest of Jonathan Quick's jersey. Now Dorsett tries to knock the puck away. Stole from behind the net. Spees is on him. 8 minutes to go in the first. Wraparound attempt on the backhand. And Lack made a left pad save on Lewis. Now a wrist shot by McNabb. And Lack gets the glove on that one.
They're really good in, but Doughty is good in every area.
Here's Carter shorthanded with a wrist shot. Left pad saved by Lack. And the Canucks take the puck back. Sends one across. Burrows looking in front. Wrist shot. Loose puck. Winds up in the corner. Higgins up to Burrows. Gets by him. Martinez playing without a stick. Laying loose in the corner. And the Canucks trying to take advantage. Hamhuis sneaking in from the line. Pass comes back to Tanev. 25 seconds to go on the power play. Martinez has his stick back. Puck thrown on goal. Cleared. 20 seconds to go on the power play. Tanev. Back to Hamhuis. Pressured by King. Gets the puck to Tanev. Here's Higgins. Wrist shot well wide. Puck ricochets to the right point. Hamhuis holds it in. Down for Bonino. Cuts in front with a shot. And Martinez takes the loose. Bobbled the puck as he tried to send it across. Williams with one last foray into the Vancouver zone. Kopitar puts one on goal. Big rebound. It bounces past Gaborik, and that'll do it for the first. Burrows to Henrik. Canucks changing their defense. Henrik tried to find Bieksa off the bench. Now he gets a pass behind the goal again. Puts it in front. Burrows backhander stop. Henrik on the rebound. Couldn't jam it home. Canucks hold the puck in. Henrik fanned on his pass, but he still got the puck. He and Daniel play catch. Now Burrows after it behind the goal. Loose in the corner. Played ahead by the Kings. Williams, though, bodied in the corner by Henrik Sedin. Daniel gets the puck. Here's for Bata. Shoots, and a blocker saved by Quick. Kopitar trying to move the puck out. And he does, and the Kings a chance for a 2-on-1. Gaborik to Williams, in alone, and he shot it wide. Rose lost his stick for a moment. Now he's got it back. Puck gets caught up in the official skates a couple of times, benefiting each team. And it's the Kings who benefit the second time and keep it in. McNabb with a long shot, blocked by Tanev. Tied up by Horvat, who's come out to replace Veg. Williams steals the puck. Lead pass. Gaborik has Kopitar in front. Takes the feed. Backhander stopped by Lack, and the rebound put wide by Gaborik. Here's a lead pass to Carter, checked by Tannen. And he looks up ice, finds Nick Bonino. Hansen in front, Kinnins is robbed by Jonathan Quick. 7.5 to go in the second. Dorsett knocked down by McNabb as he went after the puck. And King gets it ahead to Nolan. Drop pass, Shore moves in. Nick Shore with a wrist shot, and Eddie Lack up the shoulder on. As pressured by Higgins, gets the puck to Bonino. Checked from behind by Stoll as he tried to move in with Radim Bravada. Bonino gets the puck again. Daniel Sedin back to Bieksa. Down to Daniel, around the net, out the near side, shoots! And Quick, short side covered. Now it comes free to Henrik. Into the middle, Daniel. Weber racing to join him, going to the net. Daniel Sedin centers, Weber, Deeks, off the post. Now it's thrown in front. Henrik Sedin from the corner. Weber gets to it. Checked before he could dump it around, but now it comes to Henrik Sedin. Pass to Daniel Sedin, who slides the puck into the LA zone. Henrik leaves for Burrows. Quick shot. Jonathan Quick in a little trouble with that one. Finds some room at center. Gets the puck past Hamhuis. Knocked away by Hansen. But here's Nick Shore with a shot wide of the net. Muzzin risks one on goal, and that's stopped by Lack. Hamhuis up the boards. Kinnins can't move out. Muzzin again with a shot. Lack the save, and he hangs on. His pass in the middle, knocked away by Gaborik. And the Canucks are forced back into their own zone. Burrows turns it over. Williams in front. Kopitar centers. Martinez stopped by Lack. Loose puck in front. And Weber able to tip it to the side. To Edler. They play catch again, and Edler sends one ahead to Henrik Sedin. He cuts to the middle. Henrik drops. Weber shoots. And it just went wide. Tipped in front. Higgins sidesteps Doughty. Bonino did a good job to stay onside. Burrows to Hamhuis. Down to Alex Burrows. Goal line feed. Higgins puts it in front. Loose at the side. Bonino rings the puck around for Dan Hamhuis. Daniel into the corner for Henrik. Near corner, Vrbata. Back for Henrik. Centers. Daniel put it wide. Vrbata to Henrik Sedin again. Back to Weber, one-timer, stick save, rebound, Henrik. The Sedins move in. Henrik towards the goal, round the net. Now centers, Daniel shoots, he scores! .700 assists for Henrik Sedin, and Daniel ties the game at 1.
What a beautiful play by Henrik Sedin, back against the grain after a long power play. LA killed it off. Henrik looks like he's going all the way around behind and then throws a backhand pass out to Daniel. And this time, Quick can't get out fast enough. Quick's down right by the post, turned over his left shoulder just for a second. And that's why he couldn't get out fast enough to take the shot away from Daniel Sedin. And what a beautiful shot this is. Top cornered glove side.
And now the reaction as they do announce the milestone assist once more. 1-1 tie, just over 9 minutes to go in the third. Vrbata, sharp angle shot. Higgins hit the post. Spiza puts it back in offside with the Canucks tag up. Jake Muzzin to Tyler Toffoli. He finds some room on the right wing. First shot, lacked the save. Rebound taken by Spiza. Green up the far boards. Brown pressured by Higgins. Puck comes to Vrbata. Stick handling in traffic. Higgins with a quick shot. Didn't get through. Bonino put it between the legs on the backhand into the side. Leaves for Daniel in the corner. Leaves for Henrik. Moving towards the goal. Centers for Burrows, and that was kicked away by the right pad of Jonathan Quick. Back comes Jarrett Stoll with a long shoot in right into the chest of Eddie Lack, who hangs on. Brown moving in. Tried to put one on goal, blocked by Bieksa. Brown again. Fan on his shot attempt. Now he plays the puck to Doughty, who turns and shoots. And the puck covered by Lack. Spiza, without the helmet, was battling in front. Williams for the Kings. Kopitar wins the face-off. Martinez pressured behind the net. Puck comes free. Bonino shovels it to the side. Here's Vrbata. Wrist shot. And Quick lost his stick, but was able to make the save. Bonino's pass knocked away by Kopitar. And nothing materialized on that rush. Muzzin the other way. Jake Muzzin across to Carter. Wrist shot. Lack the save, and he hangs on. Waiting is Edler. Down for Hansen. Final minute of overtime. Tanev at the point. Wrist one on goal. Easy save for Quick.
Studies his shootout plays and the goaltenders.
9 for 19 in his career. In on Quick. Bonino slid it wide.
And you
Tried
could
to
see
go
it.
along the ice. He moves in with speed right up the middle. And Lack stopped him with a blocker. He'll come in off the left. Stopped by Quick, who stayed with him, and Nevada couldn't get it up high enough. Are the dominant ones in the shootout. After the performance they put on through 65 minutes, now it's on to Lack against Kopitar. Stopped him. He's going to come off the left as well. Cuts to the middle. Deeks scores!
Very nice. We saw Chris Higgins use his same move his last shootout. He shot it over the crossbar. This time, just with the quick backhand. Quick's down, not much to shoot at, and Higgins just finds enough room.
Canucks win!
There you go.
They come from behind in the third period, win it in a shootout. And 2 huge points for the Vancouver Canucks.